Hello and welcome back to NSUSpartans.com, fueled by Gatorade and the NSU Sports Network. Ross Gordon joined now by the head coach of Norfolk State University, Coach Larry Vickers. The Spartans win it. You're all right, 61-51 here in the conference opener. And Coach Vickers, we talked about it, good start. We did that tonight. Also, defensively, we really held them and their scoring and their offense down tonight. We did a great job of forcing them into turnovers, 25 to be exact.
Yeah, that second period, if you love defensive basketball, you'd have loved to watch us play that period. I mean, we were down in the stands, rotating, talking. It was really exciting to watch. I felt like I did a good job, and then at the end of the game, we started allowing the stuff that we weren't allowing in them early periods. But, you know, that Bethune-Cookman team, they're 8-4 for a reason. They're returning champions for a reason, so it's definitely a great win at home.
I think one big thing for us is we forced 25 turnovers, but we didn't let them go to waste. We scored 17 points off of those turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about it before the game. I don't know how many turnovers we had, 15, but that's more the line. That's more of our number. Bethune-Cookman is a good basketball team. I thought we did a good job rotating and talking and not turning the basketball over. And we had some opportunities in the beginning of the third. We got to capitalize on those, and maybe it's a little bigger win.
I think Jeanette does what Jeanette does today. She missed a couple of easy layups, but something that you know she'll make. 4-14 from the free throw line. I know it's something that you just, I mean, you know.
I mean, Jeanette was really bad.
Yeah, 17 of 40 as a team.
But as a team, we went 17 for 40. You know, we just got to get to the line and shoot it with confidence. We're a type of team. When we all defend, we all defend. When we all shoot threes, we all shoot threes. You know, and when we all miss free throws, we all miss free throws. But somebody got to be able to break the trend, and Deja James was able to do that and kind of seal the game for us.
And that's where I was going next. LaDeja James, 16 points, 4 of 9 shooting, 8 of 11 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 1 assist tonight, 1 steal. And I think the biggest thing is active. She was active tonight.
Yeah, she was aggressive. You know, she'd be joking sometimes because she's like, you hit a few threes and you get the label, you get the shooter label. But today she didn't settle. She kept attacking the whole entire game. I don't even remember the 2 threes that she shot, but she was super aggressive. You know, it was a good way to start conference.
We get on the road for our first conference game tomorrow to take on Coppin State. They lost tonight. What's going to be some of the big things that we need to do to get to our second win in conference play?
Well, we were 0 for 8 from the three-point line today. We know Coppin State's going to sit in that 2-3 zone the whole entire game and make us hit jump shots. We're going to pack it in. And we just got to go in there and shoot with confidence. It's a shooter's gym. I'm going to make sure I emphasize that over the next 2 days. It's a shooter's gym, and we got shooters. So we're going to knock them down on Monday, and hopefully that will propel us to a victory.
A crazy stat, we outshoot them 22-6, 22-18, and we didn't hit a three-point shot tonight.
Oh, is that crazy? Oh, man.
But again, it also says a lot about what our defense did tonight.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that second period, that third, even in the first, you know, they didn't get kind of loose to the fourth, but we can't change what we're doing in the fourth period. We got to kind of remain consistent. They got 20 points in the fourth.
Yep, the 61-51 your final score. The Spartans improved to 7-7 overall, 1-0 in conference play. Bethune-Cookman falls to 8-5 overall, 0-1 in conference play. For Larry Vickers, I'm Ross Gordon. Thank you for listening and watching NSU basketball on the NSU Sports Network.
Go Spartans.
Ross Gordon joined by tonight's Spartan player of the game. It's LaDeja James on the women's side. LaDeja tonight with a solid night for the Spartans. I believe she had something like 16 points tonight on 4 of 9 shooting. Did a good job on the boards today, but most of all defensively, we played a solid ball game, and we got the win by 10, 61-51. It's good to have this kind of effort in your first home game in conference play.
Yes, it's very good.
16 points tonight. Here it is, 5 rebounds. You also had 1 assist, 1 steal as well for this team who held Bethune-Cookman to 51 points. They're known as a defensive team, so are we. We did a good job of limiting them offensively, 18 of 55 for the game. For them, defensively is our strong suit, and Coach Vickers talked about it after the Richmond ball game. We just weren't locked in defensively in that ball game.
Yeah, like you said, defensively, we just tried to come in and lock in. Knowing that they're a defensive team, we just had to come out and be the aggressor. So that's what we did. We jumped out, got locked in on the scout, you know, went over some of the stuff that they did, scouted them well, so it just played off in the game.
We talked about it as well as Jeanette has had some good games over the last couple of weeks, but really the compliment hasn't been there. Even though Twin had a good game against Richmond, from that guard spot, we really haven't been helping Jeanette out. Tonight you did a good job of being aggressive from the start, and we talked about it with Coach Vickers. It was activity which really got you going. Talk a little bit about your activity tonight and how you played.
Like you said, Jeanette has really been doing it by herself, so it's like I know what I'm capable of doing, and I just felt like she needs help. You know, she's a great athlete. She's going to get the job done, but it's going to be so much more easier if she has somebody that can help her out on the offensive end and the defensive end. So I just tried to get out and, you know, get stops, help our team get stops. If I'm not scoring, then, you know, she's going to do that, but at least I'll contribute something to the team.
We talked about it as well with Coach Vickers. When you can win a game by 10, go 17 of 40 from the free throw line, go 0 of 8 from the three-point line, and still handle things by forcing 25 turnovers against a very good ball-handling team and scoring 17 points off of those turnovers, you'll do it. You'll take that.
Yeah, that just let everyone know, like, we can be a great basketball team. And, you know, like, it's still kind of early in the season. You know, we still have things that we need to work on, but you know, game by game, I feel like we're getting better and we're understanding our roles and understanding where we need to be, what we need to do offensively and defensively. So everything is coming together.
I think what's good for you as well is you got some shots to fall from the free throw line. You were 8 of 11 from the free throw line. That means you were aggressive going to the basket, and also did a good job of making free throws. And again, that's something that you're going to have to do as the season goes along.
Yeah, I struggle a lot in a couple of earlier games. So like tonight, I just had to change my mindset to my three is not going to fall every time. So if I get to the basket or, you know, can make a layup, that'll lead to me getting to the free throw line. That way I feel comfortable and, you know, be able to make other things happen, so that way it'll open up for either me or my teammates. So just coming out, like you said, being aggressive, that was our whole mindset for this whole game, 1 through 15, however many of us it is.
I think what's good as well is when you have a coach who believes in you and sticks with you. Even when you were going through some of those routes and even when you were going through some of those difficult games, Coach Vickers was still there saying, we need you, you got it, stick with it. Played 36 minutes tonight, 16 points tonight for you, and that has to feel good to know that even though you might be struggling in the little drought, Coach Vickers still believes you in the coaching staff as well.
Yeah, I really appreciate Coach Vickers for that, because he could have easily just set me, but because he believes in me and he knows, like, I really appreciate it.
Ice baths are what you need to do before a game.
Right, I was in there today.
Keep taking ice baths. 20-minute ice bath. I wouldn't suggest it for anybody out there but LaDasia Gaines. Congratulations tonight, 16 points, 5 rebounds. You're our player of the game, 1 assist, 1 steal as well for the senior from Virginia Beach. We get on the road though. Let's actually this first conference road game on Monday against Coppin State. They play a lot of zones. We're going to have to be sharp against the zone on Monday. Talk a little bit about what we have to do tomorrow to get ready for Coppin on Monday.
For Coppin on Monday, I think we just need to swing the ball, attack the gaps. We know teams, like, we're not a great shooting team right now, so we have to get into the gaps and just, I feel like, don't change up what we've been doing. Just swing the ball, find the open person, attack the gaps, and that'll try to make them come out of the zone.
And ice baths.
And ice baths.
And ice baths. Thank you, LaDasia. You have a good night. As the Spartans lead at halftime, 43-29, our Spartan partners play of the game as the Spartans improved to 7-7 on the women's side, 61-51 their final score over Bethune-Cookman, and they win their first conference game. That's LaDasia James. We'll be back after this break with more on the NSU Sports Network.
Thank you.